Guys, welcome back. It's Neon. We're going to talk about Joker. I haven't seen it yet. I really want to see it, but it's going to make a lot of money this weekend. It's going to make a lot of money this weekend, and that's going to make some people very, very grumpy. Very grumpy because it seems like the media has been trying very, very hard to tank this movie, to ascribe motivation and meaning to the movie that is not there. It got so bad that Warner Brothers actually had to shut the media down. They wouldn't let the media interview the cast or crew on the red carpet because the media tends to run with every quote and come up with the worst possible scenario or potential outcome for this movie. We're going to talk about the potential box office for the Joker this weekend. We're going to talk about the discrepancy between the critics and the audience. This is another situation like Alita. We've seen this before, and often it's not because the movie itself is bad, it's because the critics don't agree with the message in the film, so they call attention to that, they tank the movie, they put their journalist friends up to writing hit pieces about the movie. Meanwhile, audiences love it. We saw this with Alita. Same kind of thing. It's going to make a lot of money. People are not listening to the critics, really. They're going out to see Joker. It beat records on Thursday night. Beat Venom. Venom was another one that they tried to tank, and it did very, very well. So I think, I think critics don't mean as much as they used to. They don't mean as much as they used to. So before we get into the video, if you guys could please give us a sub, it would help the channel tremendously. I think we're at about 64,000 subs so far. We're hoping for 100,000 soon. We like to talk about pop culture, and we have been following the Joker situation. All right, this is coming from The Hollywood Reporter. The Joker could do 90 million plus this weekend. Security concerns, they gotta start right off the bat. Security concerns certainly aren't slowing down Joker so far. The dark R-rated supervillain movie is laughing it up at the Friday box office for a projected weekend debut of 90 million plus, according to early returns. Yeah. So this is the only movie I can remember in recent history where they had like a military warning, they had like an FBI warning. In New York, they've got police officers going to the theater, all because the media has everybody whipped up into a frenzy about the Joker. Talking about potential incel violence. Now, it's interesting because the Joker has been in other media, has been in other movies, but this particular incarnation of the Joker is too realistic, and it hits home for a lot of people. Even if it doesn't hit home for a lot of people, they're going to remind you of potential tragedy that could stem from this movie. And I'm not saying that somebody wouldn't be crazy enough to do something, but there are other films that could also prompt that kind of reaction if someone is in the mindset of it, right? So why Joker? Why do we have to just constantly beat on this movie? So, again, Warner Brothers got sick of it and they shut people down. They shut the journalists down last week. I thought that was a good move because the journalists do tend to pour kerosene on the fire, don't they? The Warner Brothers pick, directed by Todd Phillips and starring Joaquin Phoenix, should easily set a new opening record for the month of October, besting Venom last year. Venom did $80 million opening weekend. Friday's estimated haul of $38 million plus will include a mighty $13.3 million in Thursday previews. Joker has sparked headlines for its nihilistic themes and violence, prompting theaters across the country to ramp up security and warn parents that the film isn't an ordinary superhero pick. Well, that's true. I mean, they had to do that with Deadpool too, right? But I heard parents were taking their kids to Deadpool. Anyway, so I remember when I was about 18 or 19, whenever Starship Troopers came out, and I went to go see a midnight showing of it, and some dad dropped off like a pair of 10-year-old kids to watch Starship Troopers, and so those kids got an eyeful. They got to watch Boobies and Bugs. Nevertheless, interest in the film has only continued to increase, especially among males, who made up nearly 70% of the Thursday preview audience. The majority of ticket buyers so far are between 18 and 34. So here's how this works, right? Media, if you're trying to dissuade people from seeing this movie, you're not doing a very good job. They're actually going to turn up they're going to turn up in droves to go see it because you're telling them it's taboo. You're telling them they're not allowed to go see it. You know, so part of me was like, before I was thinking, is this some sort of scheme on the part of another movie studio to try to tank Joker because it is a threat, a box office threat? Or is it Warner Brothers like pulling the strings and being like, well, let's tell people. So let's tell people that this movie is dangerous and they'll just want to see it more. I don't know. It's just, it's crazy how much discussion has taken place about this movie. I mean, weeks and weeks before it even came out. So it was tracking originally 80 million to 84 million. It's going to blow past that. Thursday night, many cinemas were checking IDs. An R-rated movie means that anyone under 17 must be accompanied by an adult. Some theaters actually have police officers in the theater because anytime we have that many men in the theater, it could potentially be problematic. So Joker, yeah, again, 13.3 million opening night, Thursday night preview. So here's where we really want to get into it. Comicbook.com. Joker Rotten Tomatoes audience score shows fans embracing the movie more than critics. Again, this is becoming more and more common. We saw this with Alita in particular this year. We saw the opposite effect with Captain Marvel, really, where Captain Marvel was not seemingly well received by a lot of comic book fans, but the media defended it tooth and nail. And now it's going the other way, where the media is, and the critics are trashing Joker, and the fans are saying, no, the movie's actually really good. So Joker's in theaters after surfing a wave of controversy in its pre-release screenings and press junkets. Initial reviews for the film were overwhelmingly rave. As Joker got closer to release day, critical opinion became more divisive, to the point that the film was oscillating in and out of certified fresh on Rotten Tomatoes. However, after the opening night screenings of Joker, audiences are getting a chance to weigh in, and it seems the fan consensus is a lot more positive than the critical one. As of this writing, Joker has scored a 93% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes compared to the 69% critical score. A lot of the early critics, this is where it gets weird, because a lot of the critics at the film festivals, I mean, it won an award at the Venice Film Festival. A lot of people who saw the movie early on, who didn't have any political feelings about it, were blown away. They said the movie is absolutely incredible. Joaquin Phoenix should get an Oscar for this. It's a fantastic character study. And now, because of the political climate, we have a lot of critics being like, well, this movie's going to be dangerous. It doesn't matter if it's good or not. It's going to be dangerous. A lot of movies, a lot of art is dangerous. And, the problem really is not the art itself, but whether or not people can draw the line between fiction and reality. And unfortunately, some people can't do that. So what are people saying about Joker? Here's a spattering of excerpts from the latest Rotten Tomatoes audience reviews. Love the visuals and acting, amazing work. Joaquin was incredible. The story was perfect. Masterclass in acting and directing. That's a pretty good snapshot what the majority of fan reviews are saying, but it's not the total story of how people are receiving Joker. Some viewer reviews, like Inspiration to Us All by Femboy, gives pause, as Joker has come with the stigma of fear that the film could actually inspire real-life mentally ill people to act out. Finally, there are viewer reviews that take a much deeper examination of what Joker is all about, and those don't tend to be quite as glowing as a lot of the others. This anonymous user says it's a good origin story and a good movie overall, but it lacks a moral lesson. In the end, hate wins and violence perpetuates more violence. I went in wanting to believe there was a logical reason to side with the Joker on his beliefs, but ended up unable to. It's just a story of another abused, traumatized kid who ends up taking it out on others as he grew into an adult. A good movie nonetheless, as I stated, a good origin story for sure, but can hardly stand alone as an impactful film for those unfamiliar with the comics. And as always, there are those who feel more in line with the negative reviews. The movie was okay at best, definitely didn't live up to the hype, but I have to give credit where credit is due. Phoenix acted his ass off and made a great Joker. To me, it's not worth seeing at the theater, but if you're bored on the weekend or looking to kill time, give it a shot. A lot of, this is interesting because before this movie became controversial, You know, a lot of people were glowing about it. A lot of these news sites were giving it 10 out of 10. They said this movie was phenomenal. And now, you know, it's sort of, you know, people are thinking twice. They're thinking twice. So what's going on here? I don't know. I don't know. But it's going to make a lot of money. So hopefully everything is okay this weekend. There are no unfortunate incidents because of the movie. Why aren't people concerned about Harley Quinn? There's a Harley Quinn movie coming out. Why aren't they concerned about Harley Quinn? I don't know. So we're going to wrap this one up. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants here on Clownfish TV. We'll keep an eye on Joker. I'm wondering if it's going to top 100 million this weekend. That'd be interesting. Again, I haven't had a chance to see it. Hoping to see it within the next few days. I'll let you guys know what my thoughts are when I finally do get to see it. And we'll report on that. Okay, we'll talk later. Hey guys, thanks for watching Clownfish TV. Please consider supporting the channel. Go to clownfishsupport.com. That's clownfishsupport.com. And if you want to join our community, go to clownfishtalk.com. That's clownfishtalk.com. Please subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. We will talk to you next time.